and to make me decide whether I need or I want this cell phone. And so I overcome the destructive power of the I that brings form into my personality. When I hear something, you hear a new CD and you don't need it, but you want it, then I allow knowledge to dictate for me and to remove the element of want and to only buy that CD if I truly need that CD. I go into the store in Macy's when there are special holidays and I see a whole theater of colognes and perfumes, and you want this one and you want this one because you smell. They tell you, smell this one and smell this one and smell this one. This one is better than this one, and this one is better than this one, and this one is better than this one. And if you have money, you buy it all because you want it. You don't need it. Jnana dhyana. Say that, everybody. Just 2 words. Jnana dhyana. Focus on knowledge. Dhyan means focus. And jnana means knowledge. And indriya vasha kije. In focusing on knowledge, control and conquer the power, in the destructive power inherent in the senses, and make it all constructive. Harmonium alone. Jnana dhyana. Indriya vasha kije. Can you say that? Jnana dhyana indriya vasha vishaya vyasana par dhyana. When we focus on sense pleasures, and we don't allow knowledge to dictate that focus, then we lose our harmony. Not until we get the cologne do we ever get any rest. You go home, you don't have $120 to buy it. And you go home and you're disturbed. You go home and you're agitated. And you feel that getting this cologne is central to you living. And you do not allow knowledge to dictate that focus. And so, Maharishi Dayananda is saying, can you read this for me, everybody? So, begin, everybody. So, let us not focus on sense. Man ko rakhahu sanyama mahi. Man ko rakhahu sanyama mahi. To nar tere paap nashahi. To nar tere paap nashahi. Man ko rakhahu sanyam mahi. Man ko rakhahu, man ko rakhahu, man ko rakhahu sanyam mahi. Nar tere paap nashahi. Nar tere paap nashahi. And so Maharishi Dayananda is saying, and I'll come to Maharishi Krishna Dvaipayan Veda Vyas in a moment, but Maharishi Dayananda is saying, when we end up disciplining the mind, then we stop objects coming through these 5 gateways. And then the tendency to commit sin automatically becomes nullified. Stuti aruninda ke sune, अरे जाको हर्षन शोक, वही जितेंद्रिय पुरुष है, सुखी लोक परलोक. Again. स्तुति अरुनिंदा के सुने, जाको हर्षन शोक, वही जितेंद्रिय पुरुष है, सुखी है लोक परलोक. स्तुति लोक परलोक, सुखी लोक परलोक. This is the result of disciplining your mind. You see, any theory you give out must end up showing what benefits. You talk about ways, and you talk about buffering, and you talk about motoring, but if it doesn't end up taking away your headache, then what's the value? So if I'm talking about disciplining the mind and the senses, what's the practical value of all of this? And Maharishi Dayananda says, when we have a discipline of the mind and the senses, then we are no longer overjoyed when people praise us. Our head doesn't swell from wall to wall. And we are never depressed when they badmouth and censure and criticize us. And then, when that happens to us, when that whole putative and curative psychology becomes operative in us, then we are counted as controlled in mind. And the final result is we then enjoy peace in this world, right here in Jamaica, and we prepare for peace in the next world, wherever we go. Let's go one more time. I wrote all of this for myself. I need this. And I believe you, my friends, my brothers, and my sisters, we all need this. Let's go. Stuti aruninda ke sune jako harshan sho. One more time. Stuti aruninda ke sune jako harshan. Very nice. Wahi jitendriya purusha hai. Sukhi lok parlok, sukhi lok parlok, sukhi lok parlok. Ha. And so Maharishi Krishna Dvaipayan Vedavyas, in the holy pages of the Bhagavad Gita, we just read pages from the holy Satish Prakash, and because we are celebrating Gita, Bhagavad Gita Jayanti, it was last Friday, December the 1st. We will now quote the formula that Maharishi Krishna Dvaipayan Vedavyas gave to humanity. Can you read the blue for me? Let me hear your voice loud. Begin when? When his mind is not troubled in times, then we have to say in so-called times of sorrow. In so-called times of sorrow. If a person can come to Mandir and not sulk, but smile, and people say, but Mataji Surajdev, you got so many problems on your head and you're smiling. And Mataji Surajdev will say, Beta Satish, there's going to be a way out. I am positive. Everything is only but a passing phase. And then I go tell my brother Bhai Bhisham, look at that mother. She has so many problems. And look, she can still smile. I don't see her sulking in a corner, and I don't see her ready to pour out her heart in her tears. I see her with a positive approach that this too shall come to an end. So read for me, everybody. When his mind, let me hear that.
When his mind
is not troubled in times of sorrow. Continue. And he has no longing for pleasure. Continue. And when his passion, fear, and anger have all been subdued, what happens? He is then called a sage with calm judgment. Question: when am I going to become such a sage? When are you going to become such a sage? When is he or she going to become such a sage? And it all is predicated on a strong psychology being operative on the inside. Let me hear that harmonium. Dukheshvanudvignamana Sukheshu Vigataspriha Vitaraga Bhayakrodha Sthitadhir Muniruchyate Vitaraga. Say that. Vitaraga. You sung very nice when you say that. Let me hear all of you one more time. Vitaraga Bhaya Krodha Sthitadhir Muniruchyate. He is then called